Hello everyone, my name is Leericle, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to do an easy undervolt guide. Well, first of all, normally I like to run a 3D model, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to be using a 2D model just to reduce the CPU strain, because I'm going to be recording with OBS. So the things that we're going to need, um, hardware monitor and a benchmarking tool. So the benchmarking tool that I'm going to be using is Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail benchmark. And the things that we're going to look at is the temperatures of this system, um, and why undervolting is so valuable to use. So we're going to run through the benchmark and we're going to see what the minimum and the maximum CPU temperatures from the benchmark. And we're also going to keep the score of the benchmark as well. So let's go ahead and start Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail benchmark. And for the sake of this video, I'm not going to do it in full screen. I'm just going to do it in windowed mode at, let's see, 1600 by 900, just to keep, so we can monitor our temperatures. And that should be good enough. So let's go ahead and start the benchmark here so I can show you. And we're also going to see the scores as well. So that's one of the things that we're going to try to keep up with here. So here we go. Now keep in mind, the score is going to get hindered due to me recording this session, but I just want to give you a live preview of what it's going to be like. Right now you can hear the fans spinning up. Really, that's another thing about keeping the CPU at stock. Right now, the CPU that I currently have is a Ryzen 9 5950X. It's a 16-core CPU, but I don't have a aftermarket cooler. I'm actually using the stock AMD, I think it's Wraith Prism cooler, which is not really recommended for the CPU. So that's another reason why you want to undervolt, is because maybe you don't have enough money right now to purchase an aftermarket CPU cooler or water cooler, and you want to utilize a higher end CPU. The fans are spinning up and they're annoying. They're loud. You know what? I'm gonna turn off. I don't know if I can do it right now. Well, I'm gonna try to point up. And I wish I could turn off the filters. I think I could do it real quick. It won't be too bad. Hold on. Let me turn off the filters here. No filters, no noise suppression. I'm gonna put the speaker right up here, so you can kind of hear it from the desk. You'll hear it when it spins up. With the maximum temperature right now, it seems about, what, 84 degrees Celsius. You hear that fan spinning? It's spinning up. Wait till we hit a heavy load. Wait till we hit the heavy part of the benchmark. It's making noises, the vibrations on the desk. Okay, here comes the heavy part here. A lot of processes happening. We can look at the utilization too. I think everything. Oh, that's, yeah, it's the CPU utilization. And we could also look at the power actually too. I should have actually kept this up earlier. You can see the wattage. No, I think the wattage should be fine. And the clocks. I should have kept it up earlier. It's boosting up to almost 5 gigahertz. Almost 5 gigahertz. It's 4.9 right now. I don't think I have. Yeah, the speaker, the music, I don't have any music playing. I do apologize for that. Forgot to capture the game audio. sure my mouse didn't freeze. On average, it's like 4.5 gigahertz. On average. See the wattage, I believe. Oh, the voltages. Well, the wattage, yeah, the wattage is not really that important. Mostly the voltages up here is what we want to look at. Because we're going to see a difference once we adjust the undervolt. So right now we're at a steady 4.5 average, I would say. The average gigahertz value of the CPU is at 4.5 during gameplay. It even dips up to 3.5, the minimum, almost. Actually, no, it goes down to almost, yeah, it goes down to like 3 gigahertz on average, minimums. Temperatures are getting hot though, 86 degrees Celsius. You can hear that fan spinning, man. You can hear the fan spinning. There it goes, spinning more. Oh my gosh. Please don't go on fire. Please don't go on fire. I don't want my room to go on fire, please. Don't do this. It's getting pretty hot. Almost 90 degrees. It's almost, you know what? When I first had it, it hit 90. When I first upgraded my CPU. But it's hitting a... This thing likes to turbo, man. I'm telling you. The CPU loves to turbo. The voltages, there's like 1.3 value right now. The maximum was like 1.4. Okay, let's see our score. 19. Normally with OBS, okay, you heard the fans. You heard the fans good enough. So, but normally, without OBS, it'll hit 20K plus. It'll hit 20K plus, guaranteed. Without OBS. With OBS, we get a little bit of a hindrance there. But yeah, let's go ahead and do the undervolt and show you the results. And our goal with the undervolt is to at least get around 19K, a 19K score with the undervolt, around that area. That's our goal. So just remember our scoring, 19K or almost 20K. The voltages are around 1.4 value average, maximum 1.4. Temperatures 70, 60. The highest peak was 87. So that's one of the things we want to look out for. And we had almost a max gigahertz of 5 gigahertz, almost. So that's our goals with this undervolt. Let's go ahead and restart the computer, and I'll show you how I do a simple undervolt. So when you first turn on your PC, press the whatever button you have to enter into your BIOS. It's going to be different for each manufacturer. Look for a tweaker of some time. It could be like an overclocking tweaker or something like that. And then you want to go to your CPU core ratio. That's what you want to look for. By default, it's going to be set to automatic. And what we want to do is change that frequency based on what we saw from Hardware Monitor. I'm going to set it at 442, which is going to be 4.2 gigahertz. Yeah, that's going to be our core ratio, CPU core ratio. Then press F10 to save and exit. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm using the Wraith Cooler one of the from the lower end CPUs. I'm actually using a higher end CPU with a lower end cooler, so that's why the CPU was screaming. The fan was blowing as hard, really hard, because I'm using a lower end cooler. But yeah, all you have to do is press F10, save it, and it'll save your settings to your BIOS. Okay, so here we are again with the undervolt that we did. Basically, adjusting the CPU ratio will automatically adjust the voltages, so you don't have to worry about the voltages, because adjusting that ratio will automatically adjust the voltages. You won't have to worry about this. If you set it at a base frequency, then it'll do the volting for you, so you don't have to worry about, you know, all that different type of stuff to deal with. This is an easy way to do an undervolt. I do apologize that there's no filter right now, but I want you to hear the fan noise while I do this benchmark. We set it at 42, which is going to be 4.2 gigahertz. So we're going to see the CPU utilization, we're going to see the voltages and the temperatures. And right now, the maximum temperature is like 65 right now. We haven't run the benchmark, but let's go ahead and start it up right here and show you how it's going to turn out here. Wait till it loads up here. Okay, we're good here. Wait, we'll close it up here so to see what's essential here. Now I'm going to move the microphone closer to the PC so you can hear the fan noise, which basically there's nothing right now. There's no fan noise. It's the only fan noise that's playing is let me turn that off too. You guys can. Sorry. Because I do have a air purifier that kind of hindered some of the noise too, so. But it's super duper quiet. It's super duper quiet, and temperatures are at a 65 degrees right now. The maximums. You don't hear no fan noise. I'm going to put the microphone closer to the PC so you can see any noise. There's zero noise. Isn't that crazy, guys? Isn't that crazy? Zero fan noise. The thing is not screaming. All I had to do was adjust I think just setting the CPU ratio it works fantastic. It's super easy. You don't have to worry about voltages. Just set a base core clock. Just have it static 42 or something like that, and you'll be good. The way I got to this number of 42, basically I looked at the minimum clock value and the maximum clock value, and I kind of put it somewhere in the middle. Kind of. You don't want to go too much, like too high on the frequency. You want to go a little bit under, because you saw that it was boosting up to 4.5 gigahertz on average, but the maximum that I was putting before, you see this heavy scene? My fans are quiet. I have the PC next to my microphone, and the fans are not spinning up at all. The fans are quiet, whisper quiet. Temperatures are nice. They're not reaching above 70. There was one little one right there, but hey, we have a nice, cool CPU right now. And there's no fan noise. Zero fan noise. And I guess it's kind of a good thing that we muted the game volume so you can actually hear the PC itself making zero noise right now. And I don't think we're going to hit 19K on the score, but I think we're going to hit pretty close. We're probably going to hit like a 17 or an 18 maybe, if we're lucky. I would be happy with the 17, you know, to be honest. So you can sacrifice a little bit of a lower score for a nice, quiet, cooler CPU. And I think it's worth it, to be honest. I think it's worth it. So once the benchmark is over, I'll pull the microphone closer to me so you guys can hear. But I want you to, I have my microphone on the bottom of my PC right now, like it was in the previous benchmark. And we're still hitting cool temperatures right now. Nice cool. Just by setting a base frequency of 4.2 gigahertz, you get a nice cool experience. We'll watch this benchmark. I know I probably edited some of it here. Okay, we got the 15K. We're approaching the ending of the benchmark. I think we're gonna hit 16K. Will we make 17? My prediction was 17 or 18. We might hit that 18. It's gonna be close. Are we gonna actually hit the 19? Are we gonna hit that 19? I don't think so. We're probably gonna hit like 18 something. We're gonna be close to 19. Wow, look at that. Are we gonna hit that 19? Oh shit, no. Oh, yeah, we did it. We did it. Yo. Okay, that's not bad. We still hit a similar score of 19K. The previous score was 900, so we're minus 900 points on the score, but our score is still extremely high, extremely valuable. The PC is quiet and cool. The temperatures are nice and cool too as well. So, and you can see the voltages are lower. Before, on the automated setting, it was 1.4. We stayed at a maximum of 1.2. So I think that's the value of undervolting your CPU. Undervolt, you get a nice quiet CPU fan. It doesn't scream at you while you're playing games, and you get a nice cooler experience. Your room is going to be cooler because there's less heat being expelled from the PC. And overall, I think it's something that a lot of gamers should be doing. You shouldn't leave your CPU at automatic. Don't let the CPU do it at automatic, because these brands, these Asus brands, these AMD, whatever, they try to get the maximum performance to hit those benchmarks to sell their CPUs. You know, they want to push those numbers higher. But on average, you can actually just lower the megahertz a bit, lower the gigahertz a little bit, the frequency, and it works just fine. It works perfect. That's how it should be working. It should be working this way. And to be honest, you could even lower it even more if you wanted to. You lower it even more if you want. Most of the processing power is going to be from your GPU, so you don't even have to worry about your CPU temps that much, or CPU frequency that much. You can lower it if you want to. But yeah, that's the value of undervolting, and I recommend that you guys do it too. Just remember, when you're doing these undervolts, make sure you look at your maximum frequency and do not go over that maximum frequency. Don't even go close to that maximum frequency. Like, honestly, I think another value of undervolting is if you don't need that extra horsepower of your CPU, undervolt it. And then eventually, like, as the years progress and your CPU starts to struggle with games, then you can boost it up a little more. See, I would plan, for me, I would plan like, let's say in a few years, maybe like 3 to 5 years, if my CPU starts struggling with the new video games that come out, then I would probably boost up my frequency by 4.5 gigahertz. I'll put it up to 4.5 or 4.6. I think the maximum that I would ever do on this CPU is 4.7, and then I would be done. That would be the maximum on the CPU. But on average, I think this CPU can handle 4.5 average for me. But I would have to upgrade my my cooler. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Hopefully this video was helpful for you. If it was, leave a like. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys